Yes, team, we welcome Dr. S. Karunya, who's going to share with us about organ donation and blood donation. It was an assignment for yesterday, and ma'am will share it for today. Thank you, ma'am, and over to you, ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am. Yes, most of our society has a wrong notion that if ever we do blood donation, it may spoil our health. But it is not like that. We are supposed to donate blood so that we will always have that pure blood within ourselves, and we are actually helping so many people, and as we all know that we should not actually, if we are doing our help, and we should not let the left hand know about it. So in that way, if we are just donating blood, we are helping multiple people, and we are really doing something good to the society even without our knowledge. And in case of organ donation, so many people are in need of, even small kids who are just born, they are in need of so many organs. So if we are donating it, we are just taking the lead, and we are actually spreading that consciousness to others that blood donation and organ donation are very normal, and we are supposed to do both the things in our life to make so many lives to live their life in the future. So I think both are very much needed, and people should know more about it, ma'am. Thank you.
Excellent, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am. Thanks for creating awareness on this platform. Much appreciated. And we applaud your courage to speak up and, promote organ donation and blood donation in a positive way, as many of them are still unaware about it. Team, hello everyone. Dr. Bansi Rajnika, thanks for joining. Sonali ma'am, thanks for joining us. Yes, team, would anyone else like to share? Yashas, thanks for joining us. Anyone would like to share about organ donation and blood donation before we go into the final session?
Ma'am, one more thing.
Yes, please.
Yes, as we all know, and if we are doing our eye donation, even after our lives, our eye will be watching this world, and there will not be any death to our organs even after our death. So in that way, we will be living our life even after our death.
Beautiful, beautifully put in. That's so nice.
Thank you.
Yes, dear. Even after we are gone, we still continue to live by helping others to have their time on this universe. Yes, team, you could even share in any other language, in Hindi or in Malayalam, Kannada, Tamil. Welcome. You could Google up for a minute or two and check out some information, and you can share with us. Any language would do. Yes, team? Thanks, Mr. Edwin, for joining. Thanks, Dr. Neha Tiwari, for joining. Most welcome. Thank you, sir. Edwin, sir. I guess now your audio is on. Thank you for joining us. Thank you, Neha, ma'am. Thanks for joining. Aarti, ma'am, thank you and welcome to our platform today. Would you like to share something regarding organ donation and blood donation?
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you for the opportunity. Sure, ma'am. What I feel is organ donation is a very noble decision. And all of us, I guess, who understand that one individual upon the end of the lifespan can positively give a new lease of life to multiple patients who are waiting for donors. So it is definitely a worthwhile decision to consider as adults. But of course, as you mentioned yesterday, there are religious bindings there. So of course, respecting everybody's religion and whatever they are, and every individual has the freedom to decide for himself or herself. With regards to blood donation, what I feel is these days a lot of on-campus campaigns are being organized by different organizations, which I do not think is a good way of motivating youngsters to donate blood. Firstly, whether that blood is actually going to a rightful and deserving patient or not, that we do not know for certain, first thing. Secondly, most private institutions and non-profitable organizations are definitely selling blood. They are not providing blood bottles for free. even in case of surgery.
Yes.
So, and if at all anyone has to really donate blood, they must do it at the spot where you know that your blood being extracted is directly going into somebody who is in need of that blood. So unless and until you know whom it is going to, and at that at that point of time, I do not think we can really rely on whether the blood that has been collected will be sold in a within very unfair practice, or whether it will be poor people will be deprived despite the blood banks having them. Even donating at private hospitals should be refrained from. This is what I believe. But all adults who are healthy must certainly help friends, strangers, relatives, family members, next of kin, where we know that yes, whatever we are donating, which is after all a very valuable, personal decision, it should definitely on the spot go into the person who needs it. That is what I firmly believe. Thank you, ma'am.
Excellent, ma'am. Thank you for creating awareness, opening
Yes.
our eyes.
Yes.
Yes.
In fact, we have been
You
introduced
yes,
to a lot
dear.
of
You
such.
can go ahead, ma'am.
Thank
Yes,
you.
Aarti, ma'am.
Yeah, that is what I thought, that because I've been as a teacher, noticing time and again various trusts organizing blood donation camps where teachers are expected to go and donate blood, not knowing where that blood is going to be stored, whether or not it will be going to a person who deserves it, who cannot afford to buy a bottle. Will it be given free of cost or not? Right? So we as teachers donate blood, yes, when there is a camp at our premises. But once again, as I said, that blood is not given for free to anyone who needs it. Right? So
Yes.
if we donate on the spot, donate to somebody who is instantly benefited.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you so much, ma'am, for that was an eye-opener and a takeaway for all of us. So let's, not get manipulated, nor manipulate others. We need to help others with organ donation and blood donation. Very well said, ma'am. And thank you for sharing your point of view. We much appreciate your presence here today.
Thank you.
Yes, dear. Is there anyone else who would like to go with yesterday's assignment and share about organ donation, blood donation, from your perspective and personal point of view? How and what should we do? What's the least we can do? In one of my earlier sessions, one of the participants said, ma'am, I have a fear for blood. I have a fear, donating organs, whatever. She had her own fears. But she said the least I could do was I could just make way when the ambulance is carrying an organ, to be transplanted into the patient. So we have to give space to the ambulance, which is carrying the organ, and moving. So quickly, let's move from the path and clear the space up. It has, the time limit is very less when the organ has to be transplanted from, one individual to another. So the least I could do is, ma'am, make way if I am, traveling, and if I happen to see an ambulance or a vehicle carrying an organ. Anyone else, dear team, would like to share? I'd love you to come on screen if possible. Of course, there is no force. You could feel comfortable and relaxed. Anyone with organ donation and blood donation, any other participant would like to share? Have you ever heard? If you haven't heard about it, do some research and find out how it can help others. You never know, it can help you yourself. It can help your family members. Maybe we will be needing it sometime in our lives, or our family members, our friends. So it's only we have to create awareness about organ donation and blood donation. Anyone, team?
Yes. In our family, my father, last breath. After that, I was there. It was midnight, so I took a decision of donating his eyes. Other organs we were unable to donate due to some health reason, and they called Shankar Netralaya, the hospital in Chennai. And at midnight, one woman doctor, lady doctor, opto specialist, she came at midnight 2:30 to do her duty, ma'am. It was so impressive to see a responsible doctor ready to take charge at midnight 2:30 for taking the retina for others' usage. So I was feeling so happy to take responsibility because I was alone there. Nobody else was there to take decision. So I just thought, why not the eyes which through which he can see the world. So in our tradition, we generally don't, like people don't take such decision because of some traditional values. But I surrendered to Almighty and took this decision for donating his eyes to and another person who can see the world.
Beautiful.
It happened in my family.
Yes, sir. Thank you, sir, Narsimhan sir. It's so nice of you to share your personal experience and how bold you were to break certain traditional, values just because you wanted another citizen, another individual, another life to bloom. That's beautiful. Your mind is really beautiful. Your soul is really pure.
It is God's gift that I was like taking a decision at that time, the right decision at the right moment.
Absolutely, sir. Absolutely.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you so much, sir. Thanks for sharing. Yes, team. Anyone else would like to share? Yes, team. It's already 7:30 and we shall dive into our session now. And I hope we'll be able to do justice. Good evening, Seema ma'am. Good evening to each one of you who are present here. Sandhya ma'am, Meenakshi ma'am, Savitri ma'am, Aarti ma'am, Neha ma'am. If I call out everyone's name, then good evening, Pradyuman sir. Welcome, sir, to the session. And having each one of you is really special. Yes, dear. Good evening to everyone. We'll just end. If you have any sort of disturbance from my side, kindly adjust. I guess you can hear some noise from, I can get it from the above apartment.
Madam, I wanted to say something.
Yes,
Can
dear.
you allow me?
Yes, dear. Yes,
Just now, 6 months back, I have met one person that just now we are having Bhau Beej, that Raksha Bandhan Samarambha festival was over. But I have seen one lady, she has given she was 60 years old. She donated her one kidney to her brother. Just like that is nothing but Raksha Bandhan. I have met her. That is.
excellent, Jyoti ma'am. Thank you so much. So beautiful to share that. That's a great gift. That's really nice. A lifelong gift that is. Yes, team. We shall. If you have any disturbance from my side, excuse me, including the power or sounds which are beyond my control. Yes, team. We shall start.
Excuse me, ma'am.
Yes, dear.
You ask any question, let me know. Actually, I wanted to speak with you a lot of times, but I didn't get chance.
What's your name? Oh, Seema ma'am.
Yeah,
Just
yes.
wanted to know about, you have any idea or would you like to put any information or share information regarding organ donation and blood donation?
Yeah, yes, ma'am. Actually, I wanted to speak about that. What happened last back 2 years, we have organized one camp for organ donation, Jana Jagruti, what do we call in English, awareness of organ donation and so on. So that time we make posters, make PPTs and present each and everything to the students, school students. Yeah.
Yes, dear. Thank you, ma'am. Thank you so much for sharing, Seema ma'am.
Okay.
Much appreciated. Thank you so much. God bless. That's really nice. Yes, team. We shall enter into our session now. How many of you haven't yet tasted honey?
I can taste it natural and I can take it myself.
Okay, that's so nice. That's so nice.
Because I'm farmer's daughter, so I can do each and everything farm work and so on.
Yes, dear. Thank you, ma'am. Yes, team. All of you are quite aware about what honey is. Yes. At the same time, we are all aware about the next thing, poison. Our words, the words that come out from our mouth, as parents, as teachers, as siblings, as human beings, as friends, colleagues, sometimes our words could be like honey, sometimes our words could be poison. Too much of honey is also considered to be poison. Never believe people who are too sweet, extremely sweet to you, talking too nicely. If they are talking to you too nicely, there must be something behind. They would want to manipulate you. Extreme goodness, unimaginable. You should stay safe. Maybe you could take 50% chances if you get a gut instinct that something is wrong. Why is this person so sweet to me, so nice to me? You should always think about it. Of course, when we talk ourselves, let us pour beautiful words from our mouth. It should be like honey. And at the right time, the right words, and never use harsh words, which could poison the lives, the minds, the feelings of everyone around us. So let's take care on that. Yes, team, today is our day on which we are going to discuss, that is, what is emotional abuse? I guess one time or the other, irrespective of gender, we've been undergoing emotional abuse. If you have not undergone it, you might have heard somebody sharing something with you, or you might have seen some content online of how people are emotionally abused, right from a newborn kid to the senior most citizen on earth. How to overcome emotional abuse through neurobics, that we will be learning today. You will be answering us. I'll ask this question to our team. You should be able to answer. And together we will share how we can overcome emotional abuse through neurobics. And team, could anyone unmute yourself and look at this picture and share some points quickly? Yes, team, feel free.
Looks
Okay.
like, ma'am, an adult is trying to take a little child to task. Maybe the child has done something which has annoyed the adult. So the child looks rather fearful and is looking away, is unable to look straight. Maybe doesn't look like as if the child is crying, but the adult is certainly showing authority.
Yes. And creating fear. Maybe not beating the child, but maybe verbally abusing the child, threatening the child with gestures, threatening the child with looks, of course, not physically, but, emotionally targeting the child, or maybe emotionally blackmailing the child. You never know, in your own house, your little children may be sexually exploited or psychologically, tortured, or emotionally, burdened. Either it's at school, at your workplace, or maybe it could be your home, your neighborhood. So look out for signs. If you find any, become a leader, save the child. What about this? This is the same. Anyone else other than Aarti ma'am could unmute yourself and share your thoughts on this. Quickly, ma'am. Quickly, team. Feel free.
It must be between the husband and wife, and he is expecting something that she could not fulfill, or she is right, he is wrong, that he is trying to dominate her through his anger, aggression, and she is not able to tolerate that. That's why she is not able to face him.
Absolutely.
It must be something like that.
Yes. What about the next picture that you can see? Who suffers when a couple fights, when parents argue and fight? Who's suffering emotionally and psychologically?
Children.
Children. No matter, we will fight and then they will become one, they may again patch up. But what about the impact on the child's emotional health? That is what we have to learn and see if we can rectify ourselves and try to guide others. Yes, team. Somebody could read that for me? Anyone, not the same participant, some new participant, please take part.
May I, ma'am?
Yes,
You-
please.
Your words have power. Use them wisely.
Yes, team. Words can make and break. Words can make you live. Words can kill you also. Just because somebody said something to you, people went and jumped into the well. People run under and fall under railway tracks. They go and give their lives up, jump to death, or take away their lives. So words, that's what is counseling. Where you sit down and listen to somebody and give a positive, positive shoulder, you can say, or a positive feeling to the other person, or a few positive words. So that's what you have to do when your children or your students come to you with some pain to share. Take a moment or two and become their counselor and guide them. If you need support, ask the right person, because you have to choose your words wisely. Yes, that's a beautiful picture with a lot. There's nothing much to say. Just the look of the picture will fill our minds and make us aware. Yes, team. Today we are talking about a special topic, emotional abuse connected with neurobics. Yes. If you're in a painful situation, a dangerous situation, you don't like where you are, my dear friends, you are not a tree. You can move to freedom. Find new ways, find new tasks, use your skills, use your new neurobic skills, your hobbies to earn money and survive. Do not be financially dependent on your abuser. When you are financially dependent on your abuser, this is what happens. Your brain is holding you back in the same place where you're abused, not for 1 year, for years. Some people after 30 years, there's one particular client, 30 years she has received her financial, not her emotional freedom. And of course, she started earning. She only had to free her brain and say, yeah, I am strong. I will do something and survive. I don't need what he gives me. Or I'm not here gender biased. It could be either ways. We have even, the female members, targeting the male members or their male spouse and creating a lot of emotional turmoil to each other. And we have something called as the purple ribbon. I would like my team to concentrate on the purple ribbon and research for yourselves. That will be an assignment for today. Yes, when we are emotionally abused, it's not visible to the outside world. How many of us have been hurt at home, but went smiling to our workplace? We brought up an artificial smile and smiled at our colleagues, went to the boss's room or principal's office, smiled at our students. You might have even seen some of your students saying, ma'am, is everything okay with you? Sir, is everything okay? They can read our face, some of them, not everyone. So emotional abuse really leaves scars and wounds which are invisible to others. And it's not restricted only to the feminine gender. The masculine gender or male members also suffer from emotional abuse from their spouses and even their parents. It could be their mothers or their sisters or even their partners. I would like someone to read this clear and loud for our team. Yes, team? Anyone could take over? Team, are you with me?
Yes, ma'am.
May I read, ma'am?
Yes, please. Yes, please.
Yeah,
Yes.
Warning signs of emotional abuse. Your wants and needs feel invalidated and neglected. You feel bad about yourself when you are with the abuser. You feel guilty for things that aren't your fault. Your boundaries are not being valued. You are criticized and humiliated. You feel controlled. You are being gaslighted. You have lost your sense of self. You are isolated from loved ones, meaning you become dependent on the abuser.
Yes, ma'am. Much thanks to you. Many thanks to you for reading that so clearly and, much audible, much clear. Thank you, ma'am, so much. Dear team, most of the emotional abuse is such that they will not allow you to meet your own people. You can't meet your own brother and sister. You can't meet your parents. So that's how emotional torture goes on to its heights. We'll not go deeper there. It's quite understandable. Yes, team? Could anyone try reading this for us, for each one of us? Yes, dear team, please come over. Take over, team.
May I, ma'am?
Yes, please, ma'am.
Signs of psychological abuse in the workplace. First one, isolation. 2, mobbing or ganging up. 3, emotional distancing. 4, constant criticism. 5, overbearing supervision. 6, blocking promotions. 7, inadequate financial compensation. 8, gaslighting by superiors. 9, cyberbullying. 10th one, sexual harassment.
Excellent, ma'am. Thank you, Indu, ma'am. Much appreciated. Yes, team, you are all quite, mature enough to understand what we are reading and what you are suffering among these 10. If you're here suffering among these 10, anything, stay safe and be wise how to get out of the situation. You can try something new in your life. Do not follow monotonous work or the same thing. Do not follow. Do something different that enables you to come out of that place which is not safe for you and not healthy also for your mind and your body. Will not go there much. I think it's anyone needs any explanation on any of the 10 can ask me. I think it's quite clear. Yes, team. What comes to your mind when you see this beautiful picture? Who can decode this for us? A new participant could take up. Let's go a little deeper and think. When you see this picture, what comes to your mind? Any science teachers over here?
Birth of a butterfly?
Yes, ma'am.
Birth of a butterfly?
Yes, dear. Could you explain something a little more, Jaya, ma'am? Can you put it up, connect it with the human emotions or with an individual?
Pupa, butterfly.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, sir. Thank you so much. Yes.
Butterfly,
ma'am.
Evolve.
Is there a special word?
Evolve.
Evolving. Yes. Yes, yes. There's a word starting with M.
Metamorphosis.
Excellent, excellent. Metamorphosis of a butterfly. The butterfly undergoes different stages of difficulty, and then finally it is in this type of a closed up space. But with great difficulty, it emerges and begins to fly. So today I'd like you to share your views which you have learned over here with others, help others to metamorphosize, to bloom, to use their wings and fly. First, we will be strong with our emotions, and then we guide others on their emotions. We all should become beautiful butterflies and spread beauty and awareness. Never to be stuck up in a cocoon like this. Even if you're suffering in any given form, jump out of it at the earliest. No one is going to do it for you. We should do it for ourselves. Do something and come out. Seek help. Connect with the right people who can help you. So let's, take a lot from this picture. And don't say, this is my life, I'm going to be here, it will never change. Until you change, nobody will change it for you. So take hold of your life and go ahead, friends. Anyone would like to add to that? Yes, team. Stop suffering in silence. If you ever face any form of abuse, no matter, we are today talking about emotional abuse, but no matter what type of abuse, please open up and speak, take help. Do not suffer in silence. When you suffer in silence, it makes your abuser more stronger. They will do more and more. So open up and speak. This you have to share with your students. Let them come up and share. You never know, they are being abused in their own homes by their own family members in a variety of ways. Yes, team. So do something new. Counsel them. Save a life. Yes. I'd like one of our team members to quickly go through the slide and read it aloud and clear. Anyone can, dear team. All are welcome.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, dear.
My emotional bill of rights. Forgiveness is optional. Moving on is priceless. I'm entitled to respect. My family of origin doesn't have to be the family I define with. What happened to me was not my fault. Being happy and myself are my fundamental rights. Yeah, you fill in the rest.
Yeah, you fill in the rest. How you want to save your life, what you want to put in your emotional bill, how you want to be strong. So that's a takeaway for you. You can work on that. Yes, team, we'll go next. How to overcome emotional abuse through neurobics. Now, this is the final question here. Could anyone tell me, like, how can neurobics help you now to overcome your financial difficulties, or maybe your emotional difficulties? I'm sorry, not financial. We are talking about the emotional aspect. Yes, Narasimhan sir? Anyone, team? Yes.
It's always good to be engaged so that you don't think of your abuser. And you don't think of the abuse. So keep engaged in meaningful activities that will make you happy.
Excellent, ma'am. Beautiful, ma'am. Yelena, ma'am, I guess. Did I call your name, pronounce your name well?
Yes, ma'am. That was right.
Thank you. Thank you, ma'am. So sweet. You do something new for yourself. You have to indulge in new activities. Do not be with the abuser. Get yourself enrolled somewhere. Go and do some work. Engage in some new creative work. And never constantly think about the abuse you have undergone. Even after you've been, separated from the abuser, still your mind is working on how he or she abused you. So keep yourself occupied. Ma'am, could you just repeat that once more from your side, ma'am?
Okay. So I was just saying that we should keep ourselves engaged in meaningful activities so we don't think much about the abuse or about the abuser. Because if you think of the present scenario, we all have our own families. Just breaking away from a family will not be possible, because we have to think of our children, and we have already taken the commitment. So it is, and in the workplace also, once we are in a job, we cannot just walk away from the job. So the best thing that we can do is keep ourselves engaged. look for new opportunities, and try to beat the emotional strain that we have within ourselves.
Brilliant, brilliant, ma'am, brilliant. And hats off to you, and a great round of applause. Thank you, ma'am, so much. That's really nice. Yes, team, this is a neurobic activity. Now, I'd like some of you to read this loud and clear. Anyone?
Write anyone appreciation letter, love letter, letter of gratitude, thank you letter to yourself.
Yes, team. Yes, ma'am. Thank you, Jaya, ma'am. We've been writing letters to others. We've written official letters. We have written, so many friendly letters. We have written letters to our family members. Dear team, did you ever think to write a letter to your own self? Do that today and see. Write a letter, any one letter, a letter of appreciation to yourself. You have done something good. Nobody acknowledged it. You acknowledge it for yourself. You write. Suppose now it is now Sri Narasimhan. My dear Sri Narasimhan, you can write, and then you can write the whole letter to yourself and read it and save the letter. You can write anything you see, or it could be Jaya ma'am. It could be me, dear Crystal Sean. You are such a great person. You have done so much of good. People didn't recognize it. In spite of that, you're doing a good job. So you can just continue writing a letter to yourself. When you do that, it has a positive and a calming effect on you. And this is a special activity. It's called a neurobic activity. You can write a letter of gratitude. Appreciation and gratitude is almost the same. A thank you letter, it's almost the same. A love letter, we've been all teenagers. We've been, young adults. We've been writing, some of us, including me, we've been writing love letters to our partners. Why don't we write it to our own selves? And we know deeply who we are. So that would be nice. It's only an activity suggested. There is no force in it. So team, I'd like to, end the sharing of this particular slide over here and then go on to the next sharing. Any questions, team? Just give me a moment. A moment, please. Just a second. Anything you'd like to share, you could share, team. It would really be nice till I get my next slide ready.
It's totally a new idea, ma'am. So far, we have spoken to ourselves. Like sometimes when we don't have person to share, we speak to ourselves and get along with what we are doing.
Yes.
But writing letter to ourselves is something first time I'm hearing.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. Thank you very much. God bless.
New idea, ma'am.
Ma'am, I
Appreciate
write
it.
letter to
Actually,
God.
I do that, ma'am.
Good. Good, ma'am. Good. Very good, ma'am.
Yeah, because
I
as I
write
do,
letter
I
for
find
God.
myself being more positive. When I do writing a letter, personally, I write to myself. That helps you, gives me a kind of positive energy, and then spread that positive vibe. And I also make my children also to do that. Saying, you are unique, you are priceless, you are special. So that makes even build a kind of beautiful rapport with the children to me.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, dear. Thank you so much, ma'am, for sharing. Thank you so much. Sir, thank you. For some, already they are doing it. For some, it is new. So let's indulge in that beautiful activity when we are free. So here today, it's neurobics for personal and professional growth, as we all know that. Yes, dear. It's day 5 today. Hey, team, we are so happy to be gathered today here. It's day 5 and I've really become a part of you and you become a part of this platform. Thank you so much, team. And many thanks to Pradyuman sir for arranging this session with each one of you. So day 5 will help participants to understand how neurobics could help one achieve holistic development by engaging in new activities and exercises, and as well as your emotional well-being. Happy birthday to anyone who's celebrating your birthday like yesterday. A very happy birthday. Many happy returns of the day to your dear ones, or it could be you. And yes, yesterday we shared 1 cake. So today we share 3 cakes because that wasn't sufficient, because now we are 63. Each of you could have a bite. Yes, team. It's a virtual celebration. So happy birthday. Yes, team. Without wasting much of time, we'll dive into our neurobic session now. Neurobic activities: arrange the sofa cushions or the pillows with your non-dominant hand. As you can see, this lady, she's using her non-dominant hand to do the arrangement. You could try that once with the dominant hand and another time with the non-dominant hand. This is a simple activity, or you could call it an exercise as well. Yes, team. Reading aloud. Reading exercises, include reading aloud. Silent reading is there, that is very good. But here in Neurobics, we suggest you read aloud. It's also called as the mixed reading technique. It's called as the mixed reading technique. When you read aloud, what we are doing, we are seeing, we are having a look at the lines and the letters and the words. We are having a look. So visual connection. And as we are reading, we can hear what we are reading. That is, auditory functions work very well through this method. Your vocal cords are, given good work. They will be, you'll have a nice clear vocal, your vocal cords will be good. You'll have a clear voice. And at the same time, your mind will be assimilating knowledge. Sometimes we are doing silent reading. We don't know what we are reading. So once in a while, have the mixed reading technique. I would suggest, or we would suggest, let the grandparents sit with the child and allow this mixed reading technique. So there's a lot of positivity when this is being done. Allow the little child to read in the presence of all the adults. Even if the child makes a mistake, ignore the mistake and let the child continue in reading. And afterwards, you can make the child sit with you and you can check the mistake and say, this is how it has to be pronounced. And if you really want to work on pronunciation, you have to work on phonetics. So if you want to work on phonetics, you have to take a little effort. You can do it in one day. It's quite easy. So then, or you can, spend time alone, read like this happily, or a mother like this indulging a healthy reading habit with a little one. She reads aloud a little, she gives the chance to the child to read. So don't overtake or let the child overtake. You can share mixed reading technique. You read a little and allow the child to read. In certain cases, in some Western countries, we have certain individuals or senior citizens reading aloud and sharing that reading time with their pet. And the pet is really enjoying the reading as well as the petting at the same time. So enjoy this session. Do inculcate this in your everyday routine, maybe just for 5 minutes. That would be fine. Or you could just use some other activity which you like. Yes, team. Finger exercises. Use your fingers. When the current goes off, as kids, how many times we've been playing with the lamp, deepam, or a candle. We put it there and played on the shadow with the wall. We put our fingers and we have brought those shadows onto the wall, and we've been doing that. And there is one particular personality. She's from the village, I think from northern India, from Bihar, I guess. I'm not sure, or maybe Rajasthan, I could say. I'm not sure about it. She's using all her fingers and she has created a YouTube channel. She's just doing some neurobic activity in different ways. And her YouTube channel is very famous, and she is really earning a good income. You could check it out on YouTube. You could also check it out on, I think, Instagram. She's very famous. And you can see how the different figures have been formed here. You can also create new ones. You can teach your students, and then you will have your motor connections very well. I love the Indian dance, the Bharatanatyam, where, they very beautifully show different types of, gestures and emotions are conveyed through this dance. In fact, every classical dance of India has that, expressing emotions. If you love to dance, you could learn some classical dance where you have the beautiful finger movement and the bodily movement over there. Yes, team. I'd like to then go over here. My dear friends, this is 65, number 66. Remember 4 to 5 details of the person you just met. You just met somebody. Yes, after they have left you, you just try to recollect what you saw in the person. What color did they wear? How was this? Did they smile back at you? How was their hair? All positive things. So what details you should just try to recollect, all the positive details. You might have met a set of tribal people, or you might have met a set of people, who are dressed like this for some fancy fete organization, or some, some function, college function, or just anyone. You just try to recollect only 4 to 5 details. Now, after the session, you try to recollect something about me, just 5 details. Yes, I have a spectacle on my eyes. Here I have a set of specs, here, and I have finger rings maybe, and I have a black coat on. I have a background like this yellow, and you could just think something about what was being observed by you. Try to recollect those details. So recollecting will sharpen your brain every now and then. Give it some work. If not that, you can try this. If you don't like recollecting anybody or remembering anyone, and remember people for all positive things, not the negative things. Forget the people who hurt you and only concentrate on the positive people who give you positive connections or positive vibes. Concentrate on chewing the food in your mouth. Which side, which food you're chewing. Suppose you're eating something soft, you're chewing it on the right side maybe, or on the left side. When you chew, you will know where the pain is. If you have, I think the world's largest problem is the dental problem. That's why there are so many dentists everywhere. Dental clinics everywhere. That's the largest, commercial business now running. Take care of your oral hygiene and see which side you're able to chew which food. And then you will know at one point of time, does it hurt here? Yeah, I chew it on my left side. It hurts on my left. So yeah, I have a pain over here. So I don't chew hard things over here. Maybe soft things or maybe something liquid I could have. So you shall take care of your dental hygiene by concentrating on which food, which side you're able to chew. And enjoy all types of food. If you have a dental problem, get it treated, because a stitch in time saves 9. The earlier detected, the better. Prevention is better than cure. That's what they say. So yes, team, we go from there to the next slide. 68. Hey team, now this is all for you. Let's go on an imaginative story session with our eyes either closed or open. Imaginative story session. Now we are going to create, I'll stop share here. We are going to create an imaginative story session. I'll begin the story. You can add on. So I'd like many of you to open up and add on. You could just add on to it like anything, whatever you want. So let's be creative. Here, no plagiarism. Let's be creative. Yes, friends, with the permission of Pradyuman sir and the organizers of this webinar, we've been granted permission to go. The story has begun with the permission of imaginative story. I'm just imagining. It's a neurobic activity, creating something now in my brain, and you will also add on to it. With the permission of the organizers and Pradyuman sir, we've been granted permission to go on a tour or a trip. I am the driver. It's a red bus. You just have to imagine. It's a red bus, and I am sitting over there with a black coat, and I am driving the bus, and the bus is filled with 65 members or 65 participants in the bus, I guess. Yeah, I'm right. 65 members, and we are driving very happily. We have entered into the jungle. Once we entered into the jungle, a few of you said, ma'am, we are hungry. We'd like to have something to eat. And yes, I parked the vehicle in a safe place. We all got down with our backpacks and whatever safety things we have brought for our safety. We brought them down and we put up a tent, a few tents, not one tent, because we are so many. We have to put up small tents. We put up our tents. And dear friends, we were just sitting down and it was 6 o'clock in the evening, quite dark. All of us were happy, singing, sharing food. Just try to get that visual picture. Sharing food of different kinds, mostly fruits and healthy, healthy snacks, to say, not unhealthy ones, the healthy snacks. As we had decided, if we have unhealthy snacks while traveling, we are going to have an upset stomach. So all healthy snacks were shared. And team, as we were sitting, one of our team members began to sing a lovely song. As the team member was singing, we sat under a huge tree. We left our tents and we have come down and we are sitting under a huge tree. We put up a campfire. Of course, you can't put a campfire near the tents. They will get burnt, right? So we put it in a place, like we sat under a tree and we lit a small campfire over there. And one of the participants was singing so beautifully. We were immersed in that beautiful song. Just then, one of the participants began to scream loudly. Something was stuck up to the participant's neck. There was a type of reptile. A reptile, entangled the neck of one of the participants. Now I open my eyes and I ask some of you to continue now. Now what? What should we do now? Who can add to the story? Hey team, please. Team.
Yeah, I'll start, ma'am.
Yes, please, sir.
Hello. I'm struck with some strange thing rounding my neck. Don't come close to me. It may bite you. I'm trying my level best to escape from this danger. Stay safe. Oh, it's paining. I'm struck with this. I'm not able to see what this is. It might be a python. Does someone have any knife in your pocket? Can you please give me a piece of
Yes, I have. I will help you.
using me? Please help me. Help me in this.
Yes, team, help, sir. Come on.
Yeah, I will help you. Don't worry. I have knife.
Yes, team, take over.
Wait a
my
minute,
friend.
I would suggest you not
Oh,
to
my
use
friend,
knives.
be careful.
We have done a campfire, so I can take up a log of wood with burning, and with the help of fire, generally creatures go away. So let me try that. It would be safe.
Yes, team. Then what happens?
But people are conversing with each other. But I am the one who is suffering. Please do something.
Yes, sir. I'm
Please
going
stay
to come
there.
closer to you and I'm going to hold the python and pull it away.
Please stay there. Don't move. The snake became angry. Just stand still. Let's we do better for that. I will come in.
अरे आप लोग कुछ करिए ना. दर्द हो रहा है. गले में दर्द है ज्यादा.
जी जी
एक
भाई साहब
मिनट,
हम लोग आ रहे हैं,
आएंगे.
कर रहे हैं, कुछ कोशिश
आ रहे
तो
हैं.
कर ही रही हैं. Yes, team. Anybody else could add on?
I think we have to search for.
Take a
Can
long breath. Take a long, deep breath. Okay, I will help you.
Yeah, where is our driver? Driver is.
I don't want yoga instruction. I want some protection method.
Yes. Yes, Arif sir, you could go ahead, sir.
Even
Yeah, where
ma'am,
is our
we all
driver?
are with you.
Where is
Don't
our
take
driver?
tension.
He is the
We will
resource.
surely
Yeah.
save
Where
your
is our
life,
driver?
save you from this dangerous python. Don't afraid. We all are with you only.
Be brave.
Thank you.
Nothing happened. We all of you with you.
Oh, so sweet.
Oh, अरे यार.
Yeah, that's
सह नहीं पा रहा हूँ.
think-
I am unable to tolerate this.
नहीं नहीं थोड़ा 5 मिनट रुको होता.
जी
5 मिनट के बाद मैं नहीं होऊंगा. पाइथन तो होगा, मैं नहीं होऊंगा.
नहीं. Medicine
Now we'll
है.
hand over this
डरो ना,
platform to
medicine से.
Muhammad Arif
All
sir.
pythons
Arif
are
sir.
not dangerous, sir.
Yes, ma'am. We'll give the platform to Arif sir. Sir, could you share your point? Add to the story.
Yeah,
please.
actually, yeah, I'm in search of our driver, who is a resource person, basically who could able to provide us some kind of tool which could be helpful to come out from this particular situation. And just I'm running and trying to find out near a vehicle, and from the vehicle I got some tool, and just I'm trying to reach to Srinivas sir to help him.
Yes, over to you, Karunya ma'am. Would you like to share? Yes, team. Now here, Karunya ma'am and Arif sir and all of the other team members, they brought a big bed sheet, and one of the best of the team members climbed the tree and took the fire. As Pradyuman sir said, Pradyuman sir climbed the tree and took the fire log and attacked it from the tree on top, and that python gave way and dropped onto that bed sheet. It couldn't bear the heat of the fire and it dropped into the bed sheet, and we tied it up tightly. And now what? We've been able to save Narasimhan sir now.
Python is saved.
Yes. Python
Python
is
is
saved. Narasimhan
saved.
sir is getting first aid. We've saved you in time, sir. Be positive, sir. Be positive.
Since you said it is a creative story, my male voice has become like a female voice.
So sweet, so nice. Now what? There's a big...
Ma'am, it proves that at the time of these kind of situation, our brain is not working. It proves.
Yes. Keep thinking. Now what? We tied it up.
Narasimhan sir, you don't
we
panic. We have saved you from the python, and now we will do. We will just think about the possibility of what we can do with the python. So now you just take rest, and we will take care of it.
Excellent.
Thank you.
Next, ma'am. Team. Yes, team. Next, one of the team members suggests don't let the python go away. It may attack us again. So we took the python and we put it safely into the bus. There's some space over there where we keep the luggages. Okay, so we keep the luggage, not luggages, it's the luggage. So we pushed the python over there. We tied it up with an extra bed sheet and with some ropes, and kept it safely, not hurting it, but kept it safely. And then one of the team members suggested, why don't we end the trip immediately and take this endangered species and go back to the city? Now
So
what?
we can
help, ma'am. We can help to the wild rescue persons.
No, I'm safe now because of taking support from many. I feel much better.
But we want to rescue about the python also. We'll rescue
Till now
him
you
in
are
the forest.
preparing to say only python, not me. देखिए आप मैडम, आप देखिए कितना मुझ पर कितना प्यार है, आदत है कि वो लोग पैथन को बचाने के लिए कोशिश करें, मुझे नहीं।
सर आप तो बच ही गए, अच्छे ही तो बात कर रहे हैं सर अभी।
सर the best way is ये जो पाइथन है उसको नरसिम्हा सर की सीट से बांध देंगे।
मैं कान
yes sir, yes sir,
पैथन के कान पे एक सीक्रेट बताऊंगा, वो खुद भाग लेगा, उधर से भाग जाएगा।
yes team. Now the story is having a humor now. From
I'm
humor,
sorry
let's
to
go
intervene.
yes dear, yes dear.
Ma'am, I think it is better to have a common language for sharing so that everybody can participate.
Yes dear.
Just so I was about to say, adding humor to the topic, people were, focusing on the python, not on the person who is supposed to get rescued.
Yes.
So I will tell a secret to the python that it will run away.
Okay, we've already tied it up now, and we've already put it in the luggage space. And now all the team members climbed the bus, and I've started driving the bus back to the city because we want to save the endangered species, because one of our team member is an environmentalist, and he's a zoologist as well, and taking good care of endangered species. So he says this is a rare species. And then finally we went back to the city, we met the zoo officials, and we handed over the entire bundle of that huge python. It's actually an anaconda, species of an anaconda type. We gave, then they checked everything, and we were congratulated on saving this endangered species. And immediate medical treatment was given to Narasimhan sir. He was admitted in hospital, and he was given first aid, and he was let out of the hospital with certain instructions. Now what, team? We'll come to a conclusion. What now? What happens?
Next day he goes to college to take lessons, and he opens his mouth, and suddenly voice appears so different for the students. They ask the reason, what happened to you, sir? Then story can go like this also.
Yes, they ask, and he's really surprised. And then after, within few minutes, when we all go to our workplaces, the next day after handing over the python to the zoo authorities, when we go to the workplace, we have people praising us because our video went viral. We have saved an endangered species. Everywhere, as soon as you entered your gates, they were holding the mics and asking you, how did you do it? How did you do it? So whichever space you were working in, each one of you were forced to speak and share your experience by the social media handles or the different TV channels. They were eager to know our experience. And finally, the chief minister of our state, or from each state to which you belong, they have given us a small cash reward for being brave enough not to hurt and harm the endangered species, at the same time save Narasimhan sir's life, and at the same time come back safely. And so we all had a small cash reward from the respective CMs of our state, and that's the end of the story. So this is how, team, you should also try to create something new, but see that you don't hurt the sentiments of your team members. Don't make fun of anyone. Be very safe. Just have it. It is really good when if you close your eyes, you can connect and coordinate in a much better fashion, or in a much coordinating method where you can get the sequence of how things go. Yes, team, without much, I enjoyed the session, and I was really deep into the jungle over there. Yeah, maybe really sometime we could all go. If we are lucky, definitely we will go and get a chance. So that's how we use our imaginative story session, and that is done. Yes, team. Is my screen visible? Team?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, dear. Number 69. This is, I think, quite common. You might have heard origami. It's a Japanese method where they fold papers. Motor skills are developed as well as visual connection. So, and even the intellect also works. How do I transform a small piece of paper into a beautiful piece of art? So you could ask your students to do that. You could do it. You could try creating new things with a small piece of paper when you're bored, when you're traveling. If you have a small piece of paper, you could do that. And that is origami. You could research on that. And then we go down. Yes, this is for everybody, irrespective of gender. Please learn to cook. It's a lifelong skill. The best cooks in the world are all the male members. Anywhere you go, any hotel, you have most of the male members, 99%, I guess, the cooks are male members. They prepare delicious food. Even at our homes also, maybe our dads and spouse too are good cooks. Yes, team, you could also become a good, a person, or, a skilled person by, developing the unique art of vegetable and fruit cutting. Or it could also be fruit dressing, or it's a fruit carving. It's also called vegetable carving, fruit carving. Instead of cutting, the better word I could say here is carving. So in this way, you could make your children happy. They would feel happy. If they are very fussy eaters, you could create some new design like that and give them. They'll happily eat it and stay safe and healthy. Yes, team. With that, we jump to the next one. Here, team, we are now diving into this. Neurobics for students, the middle-aged, the youth, the seniors, everyone over here today. Let's check the various diseases that attack us. These are the list of diseases. I want one of you to quickly read them loudly. Yes, team. Yes, team, please.
May I, ma'am?
Yes, dear.
Okay, I will read the diseases only.
Okay.
First one, Alzheimer's or dementia, Parkinson's disease, osteoporosis, osteoarthritis, cancer, diabetes, respiratory disorders, substance abuse, obesity, poor oral health, hearing loss, heart diseases, depression, anxiety, chronic kidney disease, urinary tract infection,
brain strokes,
skin disorders, gastrointestinal diseases. False.
False. Now, there is no age limit to this. Anyone can have it. But of course, Alzheimer's and dementia, Parkinson's, the whole body will jerk like this. The whole body jerks like this. They can't even hold a glass. So neurobics is very much suggested for people suffering from Alzheimer's and dementia and Parkinson diseases. Apart from that, all others, irrespective of age, we suffer from all of these. So if you follow neurobic activities and as well as other exercises and tips, definitely will stay healthy. So these are a few. I don't know who of you, how many of you are having any one of these. So I recently had a fall, but there was a rat that I had to, chase it out, and I jumped on the chair. It was about 15 days back. I jumped on 1 or 2 chairs and finally I fell on the floor. I didn't hurt myself. So I had a fall. So that's quite humorous. It was, and I was shivering. Yes, team. You never know when we may be attacked by any of these diseases or a sudden misfortune. Let's take care of ourselves and our loved ones and even strangers too. Yes, team. We'd advise you to visit your own schools, colleges, workplace. Sometimes do take some time, engage in something new, visit schools or institutions of special needs. Just go once there, spend at least half an hour, at least 10 minutes with them, make somebody smile, or if you cannot make anyone smile, just look how blessed you are, how lucky you are that you're whole and complete, whereas the others, they do have special needs. And from that day, you will develop a lot of gratitude when you come across people, like these who are, suffering from, different types of physical deformity or other types of illnesses. Even if you want to know what is really life all about, sit one day in a government hospital, just sit down, do nothing, just sit and look at all the people from different villages, how much of pain and suffering. One day you sit there, the next day you will be very happy where you are. You will forget about your pain and you will just understand what is life. If you're physically fit, do not be crying over small things. You will really emerge as victorious people once you understand the pain of others. Yes, team. This skill, recommended for everyone. That is, gathering flowers together into a garland. You can try different ways. They're also unique. I love the yellow one. I think most of our team members, the female members, may be having this skill with them. And it coordinates our fingers. It's giving job, and as well as eyes, or even thinking, which is the best way, which is the new way I can do. She or he taught me in that way. Maybe I will do it in another way. So you could learn this skill. It is really very beneficial to each one of us. Of course, if you have flowers and if you have a garden like Miss Sindhu, then of course you could do this. And yes, team. Or you could skip this activity. Yes, team. This I'd like to take and explain. Recommended for one and all, including me. Apart from performing aerobic activities or exercises, one must do this. Eat smart, eat the right kind of food. Don't overeat or don't even eat because creating ill health to your own self and as well as to others. They say, yeah, we are doing aerobic good. What could I say here? I would say there's no effect on me. Yeah, we are performing aerobics for more than, okay, there's an internet connection. Can you all hear me, friends?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, dear, because I just saw there's an internet connection in my area. There's a disturbance.
There was some problem in between, but right now it's correct.
Yes, dear. Okay, am I audible now?
Yes.
Am I audible?
Yes.
Yes,
Thank you,
ma'am.
thank you. Thank you so
Yes,
much.
ma'am.
Yes, dear. Thank you. So quit smoking. And they say, yeah, we are doing performing aerobics, but it's of no use, ma'am. It's all waste. Yes, it will be a waste if you're not taking care of these 6 in your life. Quit smoking and avoid alcohol. If you feel, just have minimum, do not take in excess. That will, have a bad effect on your brain. You could go there and check out how substance use will transform your brain negatively, will have a negative impact on your brain. And stay lean. Try to work out and stay lean or eat the right kind of food. Lean is to stay thin, opposite of obesity, and keep your cholesterol in check, keep BP and sugar in check every now and then. And more if you have, you can take care. I would love to many families have been destroyed because of alcohol. So let's stay safe. If at all you know anyone, just guide them, or maybe let's take care of our own selves and work on ourselves first.
Madam, I wanted to share one experience. Can you allow me?
Yes, please, ma'am. You could go ahead.
Yes, in 2021 December, I was very much hospitalized because of dengue. And after that, after 8 days for dengue, 15 days. And after that, for 3 weeks, COVID. Because of that, I got very joint pain because of that. Whenever after that one, I shown to my doctor, that is, he said that because of this body cannot be, that is effect of these 2 illnesses, they completely, he told me to take rest for 3 months, and that is affecting to my left hand side, that is I cannot be here completely. So for after 1 year, now my joint pain is 90% reduced, but hearing loss, that is 50% remaining. That is how we have to. That is so much, ma'am.
Yes,
I am in work here. That is teaching profession. Till
Yes.
I am. That means I am with that problem. Okay, ma'am.
Don't worry,
Thank
ma'am.
you.
You will be all right. You have already shared it with us. We will all pray for you and wish you good. If you need any personal suggestion or advice, or you need a call, you can call me and I will connect with you, ma'am. And we will guide you on how to, better your life. Yes.
Yoga will help her, ma'am.
Yes.
Certain yogic practices like Bhramari Pranayama, some pranayama and asanas will definitely help her.
Yes, yes. Yes, ma'am. You have a host, you can say you have a large team here, a large family. We will be there to help you. Just get connected.
Yeah.
And you are on the path of healing. When you speak of healing, automatically you will start healing, ma'am. We are all with you. And you have already overcome 90%, you have said. Definitely, in the name of God and with all the blessings from every one of us and good wishes, you will be all right.
And doctor told me to take compulsory rest for 2 months, ma'am.
Yes, dear.
That is
Yes.
body.
Yes, dear.
Thank you,
lots
ma'am.
of rest. Yes, ma'am. Thanks for sharing. That's so kind of you to share with us. God bless you and stay safe. Yes, dear team, we go down to the next activity. Read this if you can. Now here, read the information upside down. Who can read this information?
If you can read this, pull me back into the boat.
Boat, yes. If you can read this, pull me back into the boat. So here what the matter is changed upside down. You could try this with your students, family members. And who's helping you to read? That is the power in your brain. Your brain has become so strong that you're able to read and identify it, even if it is turned upside down. So there are many such, quotes online you can check out and try this and practice this. It's a great neurologic activity. Yes, team. Yes, this is another one. Indians are, well known for eating with their palms. And until we put our palms into our plate, only then our stomach is full. If we eat with a spoon, we are not completely full. We love to eat with our palms. Of course, we have to wash our hands and we all do that. Kindly mute your call, please. One of you could mute your call. I don't know who is it. Team, could you please mute your call? Thank you so much. Thank you very much. Yes, team, practice eating using the chopsticks. We've used spoon, fork, knife. Yesterday we have using our palm, the right hand to eat very well. Now let's try to use the chopsticks. This is a Chinese method of eating. It's new to us. Let's try it for at least one day. If at all you get a chance to lay your hands on, a set of chopsticks, you could get a pair of them and you could try it for one whole day. Once you've mastered it, try some new task. Try to eat it in some other way or try something new and unique. Yes, team. Now, try hanging or fixing photos, portraits, pictures, wall hangings. But team, before I read further and help you further, do not touch the photos that are being placed by the senior citizens in your house. They have certain photos, maybe of gods and of their family members. They have a connection with them. So do not take them and try to turn them upside down and let them see. They will be hurt emotionally. Their sentiments will be hurt. So never ever do that. You should be very safe. You could take any other poster or a picture or maybe some type of, a photo frame and turn it upside down. This is the right side. Put it in the reverse side like this and view it. How does it look to your eyes? Can you create something new of it? Can you look at it in another way? So there are two ways of looking at it, at the right side and it turned upside down. Do not, once again, I repeat, do not touch any photos or pictures being put or hung in your house which belongs to somebody else, your other family members. They will be highly hurt. They will not like it. Respect that. You do it for yourself. Get a frame, a photo frame or a picture like this, and you can put it upside down and try to view it and give some activity to your brain. It's a neurobic activity. Yes, team. And this, I guess many of you already know. If you don't, cooking without fire. You don't need a gas cylinder. You don't need electricity, but you can still start cooking. You can have salad. You can have a bowl of fruits. You can make sandwich. You can have different types of cooking styles. Apart from cooking, boiling, you can even prepare them without fire. And many schools like this have been using this technique where children are asked to prepare some dishes without fire. You could even innovate on that and they were given prizes. Teachers went around and checked and seen. You could ask them to dress up like that. Of course, see that you don't empty the pockets of their parents, something which is very cheap for everyone, affordable for everyone. Otherwise, the parents will start cursing us like, what is this new activity? You could try that out and see that you give participation certificates or applaud everyone. Let everyone feel good. Yes, team. And you should try, always, give your attention to that child who requires it the most. I have always noticed in my span of 30 years being in the educational field as an academician, we always tend to give many chances to one student. First in this, first in that, first in this. In many activities, the child takes part. And the other child doesn't take part even in one single activity. Now, as from the professional background, educational background, most of you are from, give an opportunity or, pull them into the team. Ask them to come and do. They are scared. Give them that courage. These people who are already doing it good, the toppers or, the people who are jumping into activities, they will not remember us. Who will remember you? The one who you encouraged. The one who did not have the courage to come out, but had the talent, had the skill, but did not have the courage to do it. You as a mentor gave courage. So do something new. Mentor somebody who really needs your guidance. And they will remember you till death. And in many cases, they have reached heights and they have repaid in cash and kind to their gurus and their teachers and professors as well. Another one, if you have a craze for tattoo mania, usually most of us, we ladies, we love to wear this mehendi. I don't know what it's called in different languages. Now there's a tattoo craze. In earlier times, traditional belief, you have to have a tattoo. Many tribes had a same tattoo to identify themselves, that they belong to this group. They had a tattoo at the side of their, the temple over here, maybe on their chin. If you feel like this could also be something new where you could enjoy having a tattoo, maybe an artificial one. We see, students doing it with the pen, drawing that. You could have one, but it's not advisable. If you are interested and you'd like the thrill of life, you could go ahead. Yes, team? Yes. Kindly read this if you can. We are in the 78th activity. Kindly read this if you can. You have a strong mind if you can read these lines. Please try. Who's going to read these lines? Yes, team? Team, are you here? Is my voice audible?
Yes,
Yes,
yes, ma'am.
ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, dear.
Yeah,
Can you
we are-
please read this?
We are here to help.
Yes, we are here to help. Now, when I show you the next slide, one at a time, please. Okay. Earlier, we had many people like rushing into that particular slide. So one at a time, you could take a chance. Where's the slide missing? Oh, hopefully it comes. Yay, here is the slide. Now, who's going to read this now? It's a aerobic activity now. Try. Who is strong enough now? Let me see.
Can I?
Yes, please. Who is this? You should mention
Yeah,
your name
Sati,
because I can't see. Yes, ma'am.
Sati.
Yes, Sati ma'am.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Yeah. If you can read this, you have strong mind.
You have a strong mind. Can you see the A on top over there?
Yeah, you have strong mind.
Yes, dear.
Okay. Oh,
What about-
ma'am, it's very, I'm not wearing my specs.
Okay. Yeah, so that's why even I constantly put my specs and see. Okay,
Oh,
ma'am.
there is a numbers also, alphanumeric.
Yes, dear. Can you read this?
Yes, 7H15.
Stop, ma'am.
M3.
Sati ma'am, stop.
Hmm.
Stop.
May
Yeah,
I
okay.
try?
This is
We'll
this,
put
This
this
message
message
serves to prove
serve to
how
prove
our
how
minds
our
can do.
minds can do. Amazing.
Impressive things.
Yeah, impressive things. Team, is my voice?
In the beginning, 17 was hard.
It was hard.
Sorry, it was hard.
But now onwards.
But now,
On this line, your mind is
on this line, your
reading
mind is reading.
it for
17 automatically without
Automatically, reading it automatically.
even
Without
thinking about
even thinking about it. Be proud.
being proud
Be proven only
only
people can read this.
certain people can read this.
Excellent, excellent. Thank you, team, for participating. I'll just do the reading. Anyone would like to read the entire slide?
Yes,
Without a
ma'am.
break? Without a break.
Yes, ma'am.
Others all kindly mute your calls, please. We'll hand over the session to ma'am. May I know your name, please?
Sati again.
Okay, Sati ma'am. Try it, ma'am.
Okay. If you can read this, you have a strong mind. This message serves to proves how our minds can do amazing things, impressive things. In the beginning, it was hard, but now on this line, your mind is reading it
automatically
without even thinking about it. Be proud only caring
certain
only certain people can read this response if you can.
Very good. Big round of applause. Excellent, ma'am. Beautiful, ma'am. Would anyone else would
Thank
like to
you.
try? Anyone else before we end?
Yes, ma'am. Shall I?
Yes, please, ma'am. Go ahead.
This message.
I'll help you. I'll help you. You can take a
Yes, ma'am.
screenshot. This message
This
serves
message
to
serves to prove how our mind can do amazing things, impressive things. In the beginning, it was hard, but now on this line, your mind is reading it automatically without even thinking about it. Be proud. Only certain people can read this. Respond if you can.
repost if you can. Well done.
Sorry.
Well done. Yes, dear team. Thank you, team, for sharing your points on that, and the way you read it. It was really nice. Your views and you tried it out. That's beautiful. I love the participation that you all are putting in and the effort. Yes, team. It is your job to begin to take care of yourself. Don't wait for someone to save you. This, all of us know that. Save yourself. Be bold. Take immediate action. Control your life and style. And neurobic activities or exercises will help you achieve mental alertness and mindfulness and your emotional health. Yes, team, we still have time. We are here to help you. Be a happier you. Hello, everyone. In different languages, you can ask your team members, your family, your friends, one day to invite each other with hola. That's a way of saying in some other country. And then like the hello, bonjour, and hello. Of course, we all know that. So where find out how and what are the different words to say hello in different countries. How do they use it? Can you all try it one day as colleagues, as friends? Invite each other. Try
It's
that.
known as multilingual. Yeah.
Yes, dear. Yes, dear. Yes, team. Yes, team. Here's a basket now. It's empty. The basket is empty. Can you see something in that? Is something visible?
Yes, yes,
No.
ma'am. Nothing is there.
Nothing is visible. Yes. We'll look on the positive side. There is air.
Yeah.
Yeah. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Yeah, quite nice, ma'am.
Yes, dear.
Yeah.
Yes, team. Here you have a host of words right from A to Z. All the 26 letters in the English alphabet. All the 26 letters. Now it's up to you how many of these words you want to put in this empty basket. In this empty basket, you want to put all the 26, you can put, or
Yes,
you can
ma'am.
put few of it you want through neurobics. Whatever you do, you have all this. I want one of our team members who did not take part to read all the 26 quickly. Yes, team? If you haven't read any time, it's a neurobic activity. Do it now. Anyone? And nobody is perfect. Yes, team. Yes, team. Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. Appreciation, brilliance, compassion, determination, energy, focus, growth, honesty, innocence, joy, kindness.
Liberty,
I am unable.
liberty,
Yeah, my
magnanimity,
screen. Yeah, then nourishment, optimism, peace, quality, righteous, sunshine, trust, uniqueness, value, worthiness, X factor. The another two, I am unable to visible my screen, ma'am.
Okay, sir. Youthfulness and zeal. Youthfulness
Thank
and zeal. Thank you so much, sir, for reading. That's so nice. You can fill your basket with all the 26.
26. Yes,
Do
ma'am.
not limit
Yeah.
it to 26. You can add limitless positivity into that basket. Let it overflow. There is no lid to this basket. It can overflow with human kindness and with human talent and with neurobic activities. You can add more. I have given you 78 to 79. You can add more and you can live a fulfilling life. Yes, team. Then I stop over there for today. Yes, team. Any questions from my team? Have I taken a lot of time? Hey, team, are you with me?
Yes, yes.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, we are hearing.
Thank you so much.
Yes,
That's so
madam.
nice. Thank you.
Ma'am, tomorrow we will remember you.
Thank you, ma'am.
Do join. I have a small word to share with you, just one or two sentences before many of you sign off. please do join us tomorrow. Tomorrow I'll be taking a session, a little bit of neurobics, like a few games, I guess. And maybe we are going to go into one topic called as cybercrime, which I'd like to share with you, because, and we'll have some quiz as well. We haven't had quiz for the past yesterday and today.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, so we'll have the quiz sessions for 3 days, and then we'll have the cyber safety awareness workshop, and then we'll end our session tomorrow. Thanks for every, yes, dear, you would like to share something? Somebody wanted to say?
Actually, ma'am, I wanted to share my creativity with you. So you give me your cell number.
Sure, ma'am. Sure, ma'am.
I created a lot of things.
Yes,
so I
dear.
wanted to share with you, and you will put it in your PPT. Yeah,
Oh,
that's
sweet, so sweet. You could take my number, ma'am. 93.
Yeah.
You could write it down. 9353 9353 98.
2 minutes, ma'am.
Yes, dear. Get the pen. You have to rush for a pen, right?
Actually, I was out of 5-10 minutes.
I'll do one thing. I'll put it up in the chat box, right? I'll do that.
Yes, ma'am. It's good.
That would be fine.
It will fine.
But send it in group, ma'am.
Okay, sir. Yes, team. I hope I typed it well. Yes. Are there 10 digits, team? Yes. Yes, team. Yes, dear. You can connect with me. And thank you so much. I really loved everybody's presence. And tomorrow's the last day. Do join us. And we'll have a happy ending. Thank you so much. And stay.
Thank you,
ma'am. Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, everyone. Stay safe. Keep smiling. God bless. Stay safe. Have a happy dinner and see you tomorrow.
Thank you,
Good
ma'am.
night, everyone.
Thank
Bye-bye.
you. Good night, ma'am.
Good night, everyone. Thank you.
Good night, ma'am. Ma'am, what is the number? 935398
987589.
7589. Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you,
Good
dear.
night.
Good night, everyone. Good night, team. Stay safe. God bless.